Morning. I'm on Haytor at the moment, at the top of Dartmoor, and it's thick fog, so I can't really see anything. Sunrise is about now, but I don't know if you can see. You can't see very much, that's for sure. But what a place. Conditions are amazing. Hopefully some light comes through and we can get some images from here. Just taking a shot here of these rocks leading towards some moor over there in the background that are obscured by the fog. I'm at 24mm and just focused on the foreground in front of me in portrait orientation. It's so thick fog, there's not much else I can do but try and find little bits like this to shoot, so let's have a little wander around and see what else I can find. Just taking a shot of this here, where this line leads out, and you've got this edge here on one side of the image in portrait, and these rocks here on the side, all leading out to a very foggy background with these rocks in the back just fading off into the fog. So portrait 16mm, camera angled right down to elongate this crevice here. Might make a nice shot, we'll see. Just going to wander off now over to Bag Tor and see if we can find something over there. But if this is any good, well, I'll show you the shot anyway. Here you go. Stopped here in the middle of nowhere to take a quick portrait shot of these strange bushes that are burnt with I just like the colours. You've got black, browns, oranges, greens, blues just disappearing into the fog. Looked interesting walking past, so just taking a shot of that. I've just stopped along this route down to Bag Tor because there's this tree here. Let me zoom in. I don't know if this is going to focus. There's a tree in the background leaning over and this boulder in the foreground with a nice bit of separation from this angle and the fog. So the tree is just a distant silhouette. I'm going to take another shot quickly because the fog's made the tree slightly more visible. So the tree's out of focus in this shot, and I'm focusing on that boulder in the foreground. And if I zoom, if we're focusing on this, you might be able to see what we've got going on here. The way I've lined up the composition is kind of like, come on, focus. Doesn't want to focus. But I think you can see there what I'm looking at. I thought it might make a real nice minimalist black and white image, so I've taken the shot and here's the image. Made it down to Bag Tor now, and this is it in the background. It's really foggy. There's some nice trees and granite boulders around here. So I'll get my camera out and have a little walk around and see if we can find a composition. I've just turned around from where my bag is, where I'm sat, and the view from here is quite nice. I've got the Tor, these rocks in the foreground. Can't focus. With the tree. And that boulder there, up to about there, is the composition. So I'll grab that image quickly. This is what it looks like on the back of the camera. Worth taking. So here's that image. What I've done here is put my wide angle lens on at 16mm, and I've got these rocks in the foreground, these rocks here all pointing to this tree, and I've tried to angle it so I'm about here with that tree in the background, just in that little gap between the point of that rock and the bough of this tree here, all in a portrait orientation like so, and at 16mm wide, so I think it looks quite nice. Here's the image. Next image is this bush in the foreground with its yellow, it's a gorse bush with its yellow flowers, really stand out against everything else that doesn't really have colour and is in thick fog. These two trees in the background. So let me just stick my camera on. This is how I've lined it up, and here's the image. So this is quite a nice shot from this angle. Again, 16mm wide. You've got this tree, boulder in the background, this tree and these rocks, and then it dipping off down to the side of the image like that. I've put my ISO up to ISO 200 and I'm at f4.5, so I can just do it handheld, and I'll just focus on these rocks in the foreground and then one on that boulder in the background and blend them together, and that should make a nice image. Fingers crossed. Here it is. I've come around the other side of this tree in this shot I just took a moment ago, and look at it from this angle. Is a nice shot too. Wide angle, I've got this boulder like this, and the tree in the background like that. Looks quite nice on the camera. See what it looks like once I've edited it. Here it is. Right, this image I've got lined up here. Can you see that all right? Possibly. So I've got these nice copper coloured dead ferns in the foreground and this rock that leads out to this rock over here, and then the tree in a portrait orientation. I think that's quite a nice shot. I really like the colours of these grasses in the bottom, and you see how it swoops round and leads you round on an angle to the tree, and it's all just covered in fog, so perfect. I think that looks quite nice on the back of the tree, back of the camera. Hopefully I can edit it to look the same as it does on the back of the camera, because that looks lovely. Nice rich tones. Fingers crossed. Here is the image. So I've had a good wander around this tor here and all these lone trees. The fog's not lifting at all, which is great for this, but it's time to go home now and have some breakfast and see the family. So I hope there's some good images. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If so, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And I'll see you on the next one.